And the start of the football season means fall weather is right around the corner. Believe it or not, if you are tired of the Texas heat and are ready for sweater weather, well, there's a cool down coming as early as this week. Annalise joins us with more. But Annalise, it's probably still a little too early to bring out the entire fall wardrobe, right?
Oh, yes. Maybe the very light, longer sleeves will be needed at times later this week, but I would not pack up the short sleeves yet. So as we're talking about short sleeves, that's what you need for today, which is pretty common for us here in North Texas on Labor Day. I wanted to show you kind of where we typically stack up, looking back at some of our records for this holiday. The hottest ever was 111. That was back 20 years ago in 2000. The coolest Labor Day was 71 for the high. That was 1904. And the wettest, unbelievable rainfall back in 1932. That was close to 8 inches of rain. Average, though, for the holidays about 92 degrees with mostly dry weather. So we're stacking up very typical for today as we do have that dry weather in place. High pressure still off to the west there past the Rockies where the heat is really building. And really most of the nation gets a dry holiday. The only spots where we're seeing the rainfall and even some snow, it's up through Montana and through the Dakotas, and a bit of scattered showers through the Midwest, places like northern Indiana and Ohio. Temperature-wise, the heat is across the south as we would expect it to be, but really the worst of it does remain back out to the west. That's Phoenix, 92 right now, 93 back around Vegas. And then compared to us, we are seeing the upper 80s for now. Our current conditions coming in from DFW Airport feels like 93, so it does already feel a little hotter. Dew point of 71. That's going to make it feel quite a bit warmer than it actually is. And then our southwest wind up to 14 miles per hour. Those winds are picking up and will pick up later this afternoon up to 20 miles per hour. So at least we do have a little bit of wind if you've got outdoor plans, a little bit of wind to maybe give you some relief, but we will see a hot afternoon up to 96, dry conditions throughout the evening for any of those cookouts. And then this evening we'll see temperatures in the 80s. So no weather issues for us today other than just having to deal with that heat, but we've got some changes on the way. Tomorrow's kind of our waiting day as we're going to be waiting on a cold front off to the northwest, and we start to notice that moving through the panhandle by late afternoon tomorrow. I think predominantly dry weather during the day period. We could see a couple of scattered showers down to the southeast, but I think most of us are going to stay dry during the day. Those clouds are building in, and the better rain chances are going to come into play later on tomorrow night and into the overnight for early Wednesday. Even then, we're still talking about scattered showers and storms. It doesn't look like severe weather at this time. Maybe some heavier downpours, the main thing there. And then as the front pushes through early on Wednesday, the widespread rainfall will be there, especially for locations west of I-35. So that's where we're going to focus for some heavier amounts with that front passing through and actually keeping some rain chances in our forecast all the way to possibly Friday. By the time it's all said and done, we could see some spots 2 to 3 inches of rainfall back around Jack County, back around Comanche. You could see some of those higher totals. And those are the spots that have had the worst drought for us. So that's some good news for you. Good news for all of us is that it's about to cool down. Of course, we'll go from 96 today to about 75 for the high on Thursday, as we are still talking about those big changes. And a quick look at the tropics. We now have our 16th named storm of the Atlantic season. Tropical Storm Paulette expected to move off to the west over the next couple of days. We'll continue to monitor that track for any U.S. impact. But here in North Texas, just excited for a cool down. Madison?
Definitely.